there was gone down the drain. He sold it off for me, and then probably around 20-25 lakh rupees worth of hardware and software. That was about it. And the thing was to, do visual effects initially and expand as it goes. So it was pretty small shop to begin with.
So what were the kind of obstacles or challenges that you would have faced when you started off?
Well, obstacles, I would not say challenges were many, because I had the opportunity to work in best of the studios and best of the environments. So when I landed here, couple of people actually, they have read up my interview and heard my some interview on radio and stuff like that. So a couple were there, and there is one whom I have been working with earlier as well. But when I started hiring people, I said, well, these are not the people who probably understand what the visual effects are. They are not the ones to be blamed, but teaching them or getting the right kind of resources for the kind of work that I am doing or I was planning to do was a huge challenge. Everything was pretty much technology driven, and it's not their fault per se, because there was practically no education to go to or to have about getting to do animation or visual effects. So training them was a big challenge, and without doing any work, I think we spent about 8 to 9 months just to train those people, and then see that, because whenever that I was to go to anybody or do this whole of me being in Hollywood, it was pretty much a one-way ticket. So whether I would perform and get the other work, or then it's a shut shop right there. So we spent our own good time teaching those people. So that was quite a challenge, because there is certain way, there is certain method to it, which they had to adopt, and I should be comfortable with the pipeline that I would set up, and to have that kind of relief whereby all my resources can perform in that particular manner. So yeah, that was quite a challenge.
So you didn't think of any other business but this? This was your focus all throughout, if I understand.
Oh yeah, very much, because there was nothing else to do any which ways. And it's not about, it's not about pride or anything, but this is the only thing that I was really good at. And there were ways to make it good, but yeah, at that time, no, not at all.
So what makes you think that this is a big opportunity back in India? Because yes, in Hollywood we understand that it's more evolved there. But what do you think back in India? Do you think it's a huge opportunity? And if so, why?
Oh, it is, it is. As I said, from 2005, the industry have really started to evolve, even in terms of animation. Even though Hanuman was made in 2001 and was released in 2005, but there were a lot many animation studios which were coming up. There were a lot many gaming studios which were coming up. The movie industry was evolving even by then. We call it as a TI box, which is a color grading system. In 2007, there were 8 to 9 TI boxes in Mumbai, and there were 5 in LA. So even in terms of technology, you can understand how the market size or the industry per se was then. And many people were wanting to do different kind of stories whereby they would require help of computers or some other technology to tell a story in a better manner. So that's where the big opportunity was. And by now, pretty much every movie uses visual effects today. So yeah, it was, that was in the making any which way. So industry was, everybody copies a successful model. So as Hollywood is doing, Bollywood wants to do it any which ways. So yeah, that was a huge opportunity.
So, as you had visualized, it is a sunrise industry. The visual effects in the animation industry was a sunrise industry in 2005. So, before entering into the Indian market, did you do any kind of sort of research on the kind of potential India holds for this particular market, the kind of players, organized players that are prevalent in the market right now, and what is the kind of share of business they may hold, and where do you see yourself in this particular scenario? So, did you sort of work on that?
Oh yes, a little bit. Not as much as I should have. But yes, there were key players that everybody used to know then. Couple of companies like Prime Focus and Tata Elxsi, and some players were there back then who have been a part of this industry right from the word go and been in the business for the last 20-25 years. But where I was coming from is, that comparison is I don't feel is the right way to compare myself because we are still a small shop and we are doing things in a way that there is a kind of specialization that we want to do or we want to work with. But yeah, so the answer to your question is I did do some research, and as I said, it's the same industry, so an industry is quite accommodative enough to have work for everybody, and it depends on what kind of research that I did. Now it has been uh, I think I can say that it was a good research back then. And the other question was, how do I see myself in that? Well, it has taken a long time for us to be what we want to be. And there have been a lot of thought processes, there have been a lot of things that we have seen our studio as, one of which is very high in visual effects. Even though we are doing visual effects for Bollywood, so per se we are vendors, but we would like to say that we are content creators, we are better visualizers, we are better thinkers, we are better ideators. So I said this is a greater or this is a nicer area, and moreover this is what our core competence is. So rather than looking at a market size or the bigger or better business opportunity, I feel that whatever that we can do best, we should rather position our studio in that manner. Even in terms of technology or trying to upgrade ourselves, Anand has been talking about one particular technology. I would say the thing that you saw for the Lord of the Rings, that was in 2002, whereby we worked on a software called Houdini. We don't really like to depend on the technology much, rather than we would depend on a person as a better doer. But Houdini is a kind of a software which have changed the scenario for visual effects in Bollywood by now. It is still in the making though. But we are probably the only studio whereby we have done the certification for it, and we are the certified technical directors for Houdini. So these are the kind of things that we said that so we would rather pitch ourselves in such a manner that which is high-end or niche visual effects, and which are really visual effects that people want to do. So we are still trying to position ourselves in that manner, whereby we can distinguish our studio from others. Otherwise, the comparison does not hold anything, because Prime Focus, let's say today is a company of 3,000 employees, and they have recently won a $650 million contract for the Sin City 2. And let's say I'm trying to compete for the same Bollywood film here at Prime Focus. But yeah, in a way they are competitors. They don't think of me like that individually, but yeah.
So we spoke of the key differentiating factors that your organization holds vis-a-vis competition. But how many, if we have to put a number to it, how many players are there in this particular space who are like competition to you?
Well, there are many small studios as well who are doing better work. I don't have a number for you, but there are plenty.
Coming to a very interesting topic here, first I'd like to ask the audience, how many of us have grown up reading Chintu in Sakar? I think majority of us, I myself for one, and we've patronized Chintu all throughout. The great news is that Chetan has actually acquired the rights of Chintu in 2012, and he has a lot of plans of how he wants to use the character Chintu in different formats, in different genres of work that he's doing. So if you can just talk a little more on that.
Well, yeah. In fact, we had rights of Chintu for many years, which was my earlier studio. Probably we can talk about that later on. Couple of films have already been made on that particular property. But when I say that my studio is into animation, by which I mean we are into content creation. We are not either bigger enough studio to do animated TV episodics or animated feature film, but we fancy ourselves in a domain of content creation. So Chintu is per se our intellectual property, along with Charas and Prabhakar. The work on Chintu has been started for many years, 3 or 4, more than that. There was a little hurdle and a stop for it because Prabhakar Vadekar expired last year. So we were still thinking how to make it ahead.